so fresh.
Really more about impressing my mom.
With a little bit of salt and pepper, you dash all that together and this is what we get.
My name is Anushka.
And I'm Nuri.
And I'm Arosh. And today we're gonna see which home chef has the best recipe for a Sri Lankan fish cutlet.
The main thing we're looking for, filling the potato to fish ratio.
Spice comes in all kind of things. You definitely want a little bit of a kick with it, but it really does have to deal a lot with the flavor of the cutlet itself.
We're really looking for that golden yellow cutlet.
It has to include the curry leaves, the green chili peppers, and enough spice punch. And also, obviously, size matters.
It originated from the British croquettes due to colonialism in Sri Lanka, and croquettes were originally filled with meat. But because Sri Lanka is an island, we are mostly filling it with fish and potatoes, hence the Sri Lankan fish cutlet.
To make the filling for Sri Lankan fish cutlet, we'll need canned mackerel, potatoes, red onion, garlic, green chilies, curry leaves, lime, black pepper, and salt. First, boil potatoes, peel and cube. Dice some onions, chop some chilies, garlic, and curry leaves. Take out the bone and break it into small bits. In a bowl, put your potatoes, mackerel, and the rest of your chopped ingredients. Saute some onions in a pan and add in the mixture. Cook for a few minutes. Then transfer it to a bowl and add in a splash of lime. Mix well and shape them into balls. For the coating, you'll need white flour, breadcrumbs, and an egg. Whisk the egg, dip the filling in the flour, eggs, then coat it with breadcrumbs. Repeat the process. Fry until golden brown. And there you have it, the Sri Lankan fish cutlet.
With that being said, let's meet today's contestants.
Hi guys, my name is Dara.
What's up guys, my name is Sadeepa.
Hey y'all, my name is Sumadhu.
I remember being like 5, 6 years old and she's like, I need you to help me with balling it or putting it into the batter. You're gonna be able to smell these wherever you go. They're so fresh. They're called curry leaves. They're definitely in the filling, but we're just gonna include a couple of them for our plating today. She changed up her recipe just a little bit from, 15, 16 years ago, and it's better. So to finish up our plate, I had to include some sweet and spicy Maggi sauce. I'm gonna tell you guys a little secret. The reason why I think I'm gonna win is they're the perfect size. The amount of joy that comes from just the perfect bite, and this is that.
I like this plate.
Oh, that's
Oh
so
boy.
cute.
It does definitely have a nice color. And also, I can say it has a nice texture.
Whoa,
Personally though, I like it a little bit bigger.
See, I told you, size matters.
Do you take points off for not being perfectly
circle a little bit.
I'm gonna go for the pull apart.
It smells
yeah.
Oh,
good.
it smells good.
You don't want the mashed potatoes in here.
Yeah.
You want the
You
little
want like
these
a little chunks.
Is the sauce an addition by the contestant? Hold on,
It's not MD though.
it's not MD. It's sweet.
Oh no, it's very sweet.
Very
It's very sweet.
My favorite thing is the coating. Breadcrumbs they use is like like a very thin version of the breadcrumbs. The least favorite are the peppery.
I really loved the presentation. When you open it, the smell was really good. And
Yeah.
then it was a bit of a letdown.
They were delicious.
Yes.
So you're like,
Yes.
oh, this is gonna be a darn good cutlet.
This is how I usually would set it up. I think it's a very simple way to kind of do it. We don't do no crazy display or anything like that. I learned from my mom. We use tuna fish for ours. There's ginger, there's carrot, potatoes of course. Curry leaves is definitely essential. With a little bit of salt and pepper, you dash all that together and this is what we get. I've tried a lot of other cutlets that have such a fishy taste, and I hate to say it, but it's just not good. I think one thing that my mom does put in her cutlets is ginger. The ginger really takes out that fishy taste in the flavor.
Okay, see this slicing is better.
Before we jump in, some of these have exploded. Do you hold that against them?
If it
Depend
tastes
on the
good.
flavor.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there cabbage in there? Is that cabbage?
There is cabbage. There's carrots in there. Tastes more like an egg roll.
Man,
Not-
they have ginger in here too. Is this a thing?
I don't
that
think
I
it's a
missed out?
thing. How do you think they plated this one?
It's blah.
But that's kind of how you find it at a Sri Lankan party.
This is
right?
true.
There's
Yeah.
nobody setting up anything
Yeah.
food stylist wise.
The favorite thing about this cutlet is, it punch up with the flavor, and the one thing that I didn't like, big chunk of ginger and carrots.
My favorite thing was the amount of spices. Like the chili peppers were really in there. It's a really good croquette.
I will have another.
So this is actually my first time. I have never made cutlets by myself before. My mom was on the phone with me. She lives in Sri Lanka right now. She always made me watch. And then she would ask me questions about why an ingredient that goes into other types of food either goes into cutlets or don't go into cutlets. This competition means a lot to me because it's really more about impressing my mom than the judges. You never want your food to be too salty because you can't fix that. If there's anything missing in the cutlets, the sauce would compensate.
Oh, interesting. Did the contestant only bring out 4?
Yeah.
I'm gonna reach in, try the sauce on the side. That's MD.
In that case.
Yeah.
It's a garlic MD.
Oh, this smells good.
Oh,
Yeah.
it smells good.
It smells good. Why is
fish.
there only 3 of them?
What do you got?
Cinnamon?
Let me try that.
Yeah. It is cinnamon.
Cinnamon.
So no ginger.
No ginger, but cinnamon. I like the taste.
You like the taste?
I like the taste.
The potatoes and the cinnamon and like the breadcrumbs too big and grainy.
All right, guys. Let's get the contestants back out here and declare a winner. Hey guys, how's it going?
Hey, everybody.
Hey.
Thank you for making these cutlets. It was a very
hard.
difficult
It was a very
position.
tight call.
All right, sorry.
All right, we have to pick a winner
Yeah,
now.
we have to pick a. We're gonna pick a winner. So this is contestant number 1. Dara, very beautifully plated, very nicely presented. Like,
And everything is like uniformly, like,
Yep.
you know, like a roll, like, you know, it's like came from a machine, like, you know, everything has like the perfect, the sphere shape.
Great.
So just,
My mom is
and
going to
the
be
coating was,
very
like, really
happy
good.
about that.
Yeah.
from what I remember, cutlet itself is slightly dry on the inside.
For me, presentation was pretty.
Contestant number 2.
This one, I do not want to judge it as a cutlet.
Is your breadcrumb like an Italian breadcrumb or anything like that? What kind of oil did
What
you
kind of
use?
oil is Sadeep?
Is it canola? 'Cause feel
Yeah, I
like it was
believe it's canola.
That's why
What's the usual?
Smells
You get like coconut oil.
It's crazy, but I don't know. But like we just ran with the canola. I don't know why.
For me, a cutlet is basically like fish, potatoes, curry leaves, and peppers, and this had carrots and cabbage.
And unfortunately, we all kept going back to the same notion that this is more of like a roll filling or like an egg roll filling. Contestant number 3. Bonus points for the contestants for bringing out MD
Yes.
tomato sauce. Not gonna call it ketchup because it's not.
What I like about this one is like this one smells really good, and like, you know, once you open it up, like, you know, you see everything that you wanted to see. You get
moist.
that aroma.
Your cutlet had everything we were looking for. We understand that there's all these different flavors that we grow up with personally, and that's why that cutlet is delicious. You drum roll, and the winner is
And the winner is
Contestant
number
3.
3.
Congratulations! Thank you everybody for watching.
Everybody makes a different recipe. Everybody has a different recipe. So let us know what you do different.
Tell us why your family recipe blows all these other recipes out the water.
You may be agree or disagree. Please let us know what you think.